Now, good afternoon, everybody. We're just waiting for everybody to drop in. As you can see, you've got quite a few little backgrounds behind you at the moment. I apologise for mine. I will look like a silhouette in a moment, but we'll see how it goes. As you can see today, it's all about Grenada Flourishes. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to literally pass over to Lisa, but I just wanted to remind all of you, one of you on this webinar today is going to win the £100 Love to Shop voucher. To do that, you need to be signed up to puregrenadarewards.co.uk and you need to stay on the webinar until the very, very end. Just a little bit of housekeeping as per normal. Hi, Chrissy. We've got the chat options at the bottom. If you want to write to all of us, just swap it to all panelists and attendees, and your question and answer sessions that we're going to have right at the very end. If you can just drop those into the Q&A tab again at the bottom. Hi, Janice. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming on. And I'm going to hand over to the lovely Lisa from Grenada, #Grenada Dreaming, who's going to tell us, introduce everybody and tell us all about what we've got to look forward to today. So over to you, Lisa.
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that intro. So good afternoon to you all. I just want to welcome you to Pure Grenada. And if you don't know, then you know now, but we are a tri-island state. So I will rewind on that and welcome you to Pure Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique. And I have the pleasure, just to start off with Moa, I am the Travel, Trade and Community Manager here in the UK for the Grenada Tourism Authority, but I also have the pleasure of having my co-host live and direct from Grenada, Renee Moses, our Marketing Executive in Grenada, and she looks after the UK market. Hello, Renee.
Hello, Lisa, and hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this lovely and very informative webinar this morning.
Thank you. So it's all about gardens. So should I just give you a sneak peek into our guest speakers? I feel so. So let's start with Deidre Sylvester, who is Koyaba Beach Resorts Assistant Manager in Operations. And we also have the delightful, the amazing, who's got the background to match, Anne Campbell, who is the owner of Smithy Garden. Hello, ladies.
Hi there.
Live and direct from Grenada. So we appreciate you all. Okay, so we're going to get into this. Before I visually take you on a journey to get to know Grenada's landscape and flora, let's start off with did you know? So Grenadians are renowned for their love of gardens and nature. Let's start off there, right? I'm sure Anne Campbell and Deidre and Diane from Koyaba Beach Resort will tell you more. But along with that, location-wise, Grenada is southerly of the Windward Islands in the Caribbean. Size-wise, Grenada is approximately 21 miles long and 12 miles wide. So we are the same size of the Isle of Wight, yes? But furthermore than that, what's lovely about Grenada is that it has unforgettable gardens. But when you combine that with sun, sea, and sand of the Caribbean, you'll want to send your clients to the island. And that's because we have the perfect blend of wonderful plants combined with beautiful landscapes, wonderful beaches, and we are rich in heritage. So enjoy this video, have a cocktail. It is the afternoon in the UK after all, and let's see Grenada. don't know about you all, but that made me want to inhale and exhale. So I'm going to pass over to the lovely Renee Moses. Take care. Over to you, Renee.
Hi. Hi, everyone. And once again, thank you so much for joining us on Pure Grenada Flourishes. And today we're going to be talking about our gardens. As you know, we are a tropical island as well as a volcanic island. And that mixture allows for soil combination to be very rich. So while we have, the world's greatest variety of spices, this also allows for us to have a plethora of lovely flora. And once you're on the island, driving along the roads, going up the hills or on the coastlines, you'll be able to see our many different species growing wildly. I was hiking the other day up to Mount Fakwa, and I was so happy to see my favorite heliconias, growing naturally in their natural habitat. And I love heliconias, so obviously I stopped, took in some fresh air, and took pictures of flowers. Just to let you know that some of our hotels feature lovely gardens on Grenada. Some of them include Koyaba, whom you will hear from shortly, and of course Blue Horizon Garden Resorts. On Grenada, we have many different varieties such as lilies, our native bougainvillea, our heliconias, oleanders, orchids, you name it. So if you have a client who's very interested in nature and flora and wants to get, come to the island to really smell and take in its beauty, Grenada is definitely somewhere to go, along with our diving and sightseeing, as well as meeting the locals. It's a good way to rejuvenate, become one with nature. And the good thing is we also tend to couple it with bird watching. As you may not know, Grenada has over 20 species of birds. So as you would see shortly in Mrs. Campbell's video, and you hear, the birds tend to live in the gardens, and it's like a worldwide aura and senses that's going crazy. You smell the flowers, you hear the birds singing. It's very lovely and romantic and fun and relaxing and rejuvenating. And this will send me to my next slide. As we talk about the RHS Chelsea Flower Show, I am sure you all know of this lovely prestigious show. And Grenada gets to boast that we have won 15 gold medals at this show. Yes, you heard it right, 15 gold medals. And the Grenada team was led by Stacey Wood in the beginning, and in recent years, Mrs. Catherine John. Now these ladies and their team of enthusiasts and volunteers who come together every year, bring their creative juices and get to express the Grenadian culture and vibe in the UK market. And you may not know it, but the Queen herself makes it a point to go to the Grenada stand because she's so astounded and she loves our standing presentations. And we are very proud of this achievement because, the private gardens and nurseries all come together and provide plant material for this. So it's a very collaborative effort on the part of our Grenadian horticulture enthusiasts. So we just want to encourage you to, whenever you have clients who love horticulture and flora and want to relax and rejuvenate, to send them to Grenada, along with all our other things where we have something for everyone to do. We also have lovely flora, and of course, when you come off the plane, you'll smell the fresh spices at first. So thank you so much. And now I'm going to send you off to Lisa.
Thank you, Renee. So now I have the pleasure of us hearing live and direct from Koyaba Beach Resort. Deidre, over to you. Don't forget to unmute.
Morning, everyone. Hello, everyone. Well, we'll just talk a bit about the resort first, and then we'll go into the gardens. So our resort was built in was opened in August 1987. So we just had a birthday a few days ago, and is owned by the Sherman family. We're set on 5.5 acres of land of well-manicured tropical enchanted gardens. We're only 10 to 15 minutes away from the airport, and we're located within walking distance of the shopping center and restaurants and so on. Our resort has 80 rooms. And of course, we're located on the world famous Grenada Beach. Hopefully you can get a glimpse of the beach, which is right behind me. We have 2 restaurants open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we also have a pool bar. We have the outdoor swim up bar, as you can see in the picture, open daily. And we have many activities which are available on island and in the resort for you to enjoy. Weekly, we have Tai Chi, we have yoga, we also have shuffleboard. There's a dive center on property as well, where you have access to daily complimentary non-motorized water sports. And there's also a PADI certification for anyone who wants to learn to scuba dive, or if you can scuba dive, you can, book your tours with them as well. And of course, we do have our lovely massage rooms where we offer a wide range of body treatments, from manicures, pedicures, full body massages, and so on. We also have a tennis court open daily, and of course that's complimentary to all our guests who are with us. But of course, there's private lessons are available. Of course, that's an additional cost. We also have a fitness center on property, open daily from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now, of course, the health and well-being of our employees and our guests are quite important. And since COVID-19, we have implemented lots of different procedures. And of course, we had to change the way that we're doing things. We are certified by the Ministry of Health. So they have come, they have checked, and they have been satisfied with our practice. And we are certified and we're open to the UK, to people from all over the world. So we're just waiting now for you to send folks to us. Again, we'll talk about the gardens now. Lisa, if you can move on to the other slide. We'll speak of our gardens. We have an enchanted garden. Of course, our tagline is Be Enchanted. And again, we're located on Grenada Beach, and we are embraced by almond trees on a beachside, neem trees as well around the property. And we boast a variety of fascinating flowers, fresh fruits, vegetables, and of course, different types of colorful birds. Now we do have blossoming flowers year-round. We have the bougainvillea, we have the oleander, we have the pride of Barbados, different varieties of hibiscus. As you walk along the property, you'll see that. And we have lots of large flowering trees, the pink one, the flamboyant, which is flowering now, and you can see in the picture on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. We also have a huge tree at the front, which is called the shaving bush tree, and they're beautiful pink blossoms. We have the cordyline, also known as dragon blood, and we have the ylang-ylang tree, which is used for making perfumes. As you journey through our gardens, you will catch a glimpse of a variety of different palms. We have the Christmas palm, royal palm, garden, fishtail, pygmy, and lots of other palms. And of course, we have a range of fruits and vegetables in our gardens. We have mangoes, we have plums, what we call the Chinese and the Jamaican plums. And we have lots of coconut, sugar apples, pomegranate. And of course, we have an abundance of green bananas. We also have plantain, blago, those are local vegetables, and herbs and spices. We have lemongrass, we have pitibum, we have big thyme, we also have cocoa, and we have borders. Now, of course, as mentioned before, our Lauren Garden is not complete without the sound, beautiful sound of our resident birds chirping and cooing throughout the day. Grounds are home to many birds. We have the blackbirds, we have the ground doves, we also have the ramier, hummingbirds, banana coot, and from time to time you'll see the seagulls coming in. Of course, before you leave the resort, you can't leave before you stop to say hello to our tortoise. We have 2 of them, our tortoises, Hal and Harriet, and they now have a baby. So that's quite interesting to see. We do a garden tour. We offer a garden tour to a guest every week. And of course, if it doesn't suit your time, you can also arrange a time convenient to you, and one of our knowledgeable gardeners will take you around to see all the lovely trees, to see Helen Harriet, and so. And of course, kudos would go out to our hardworking garden team. They are the ones, of course, who keep the gardens as pristine as they are. So we're inviting you now to come to Pure Grenada, to come stay with us at Cuyaba, where you have the perfect combination of the garden resort on the beach. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Deirdre. That was amazing. And gosh, Harry and Harriet, congratulations.
Yeah, plenty for families to bring their children and explore.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. It's like generation on generation, from humans to animals. So, okay,
and birds.
Really that home away from home, and birds, yes. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our next special guest, who is Anne Campbell. Anne Campbell, you have a list in terms of titles. The owner of Smithy Gardens, you are actually a florist. What else do you have, my love?
Lover of life.
Yes.
The beach.
Yeah. So before Anne will talk, she's actually made a lovely video for you all. So we're going to get straight into it. Here we go.
I'm Anne Campbell, and I'm going to tell you a bit about Grenada's gardens and why you should recommend garden visits or tours to your guests. The garden that we are in is Smithy's Garden, and we offer the longest experience is a breakfast with the birds tour, where we use ingredients from the garden and we serve typical Grenadian dishes that we would normally have on a Sunday at a leisurely family breakfast with family and friends. So this is an authentic Grenadian experience that your guests can have. We also have lunch and tea experiences. We can go across the Belmont Estate at the very north of the island and have a typical plantation lunch at their cocoa estate. They grow organic cocoa and produce their own delicious dark chocolate. Then we've got the tower, where we can have tea at the tower. So they have an organic garden with lots of holes in the leaves because, of course, they're not spraying for the insects. But the house was built in the early 1900s. So there's also tea and a house tour that you can do. Then we can go and have sunset drinks at Fair Miller's, which is facing west. So a nice little tipple after a garden tour in the gazebo is quite a nice experience. We have got the most delicious jams and jellies, and they are produced by De La Grenade Industries. And in addition to the jams and jellies, they've also got a lovely nutmeg liqueur, as well as an algae drink, which is made from fresh sea moss, and it's supposed to have aphrodisiac properties. We can see lovely vanilla pods growing on the vanilla vine, which of course is an orchid, and those you can see at Laura Herb and Spice Garden. There's also a botanist experience that you can have on an estate with Dr. Guido Marcel. And then, of course, there's Palm Tree Gardens, which, as the name suggests, has probably the largest selection of palms on the island, and that's a lovely garden to visit as well. And right next door to palm trees is also Gemma's, which is worth a visit. And the largest landscape garden, of course, is Sunnyside Garden, and they are noted for a lovely selection of plants, as well as quite a few koi ponds, and they have red-legged tortoises as well. So if you have younger members of the family with you, they can be quite occupied on, and some of these gardens, looking at the wildlife, while the horticulturalists look at the plants. Go up into the rainforest to Balthazar Flower Farm, where you can see all the giant heliconias growing naturally, and these are the ones that grace the Grenada at Chelsea stand. All the gardens that I've told you about contribute to the Grenada at Chelsea stand. It's a collaborative effort, and we are very proud of our achievements.
Thank you.
I'm Anne Campbell.
Okay. Well, it seems that the sound's a little bit slower than the
the video. I'm sorry about that.
That is fine. You treated us all and the agents to your beautiful garden. We was loving the background. Do you want to say a few words, Anne?
Yes, please. Okay, so well, Koyaba listed quite a lot of the plants that we have got. As we've all said, it's a collaborative effort that Grenada does to produce the lovely display that you will see at Chelsea, which has helped us tremendously with our tourism promotion. And of course, we depend on the agents who are signing into this program to help sell our island and get us back up and running after this long hiatus that we are all enjoying worldwide. Okay, Grenada is safe, and when you do a garden tour, you're doing your social distancing without even having to think about it. And nature is a great rejuvenator, so definitely come to Grenada. You can go across the Caracou, enjoy the pelagic birds on the ferry, and then of course they have superb reefs and diving. My daughter and granddaughter were up there last week, and there were 21 starfish right in the water where they were just swimming. So there's lots to do. Don't forget we have our underwater park as well. And if you're adventurous and like to lime, which is hanging out in the evening, we can take you down to Grand Anne's Beach, to Esther's Bar, and you can sample chocolate bear at the West Indies Brewery. And then of course, don't forget all the lovely forts and all the cultural dancing and things like that that we've got. And I know you have a nice, exciting bit at the end of this presentation for them, which we are missing sorely. But if you'd like to spend 15 US, you can sign up for a cyber soccer competition, right? Which is replacing the lockdown. So we still haven't a thought of carnival, and you can join into it by listening. Join up for cyber soccer. Maybe Rennie will give you the right tag to find it, or the website. I don't know that, but I will be listening too. Never mind if it's too in the UK. Right time to be listening to Caribbean music. Okay, so come on down, send your guests. Everyone is a VIP. So you don't have to worry. From the time you put them on the plane, we'll be looking after them until we send them back to you, COVID-free, rejuvenated and rested and ready to face whatever work challenges they have. So even if you don't decide to use Grenada as your distance workplace, right? And come and stay here, just a week will do wonders to everybody's psyche and physique and health. So come on down. There's something for everyone in Grenada.
Wow.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Renee, she got everybody ready. Garden.
And don't forget one last thing. If you want to see as much of Grenada as possible, you've got to book through me, because I am a tour operator as well as a gardener, as well as a granny. I say I'm a granny taxi. You know what that means, those of you who drive around young people. All right, and I'm a limer and I'm a bird watcher, so come on down.
That's why I say Anne has so many titles and so much more, so you're definitely going to get a treat with Anne Campbell. Thank you. I appreciate the presentation, and I appreciate that plug for Carnival. So guys, you've heard everything to do with gardens. It's amazing. There is a lot to do. And if you want to continue to just learn more about Pure Grenada, then we are signed up to My Booking Rewards. We actually have our own program called Grenada Ambassador Program. So that's www.puregrenadarewards.co.uk. So sign up, start logging those bookings, because Anne, Deidre in Koyaba Beach Resort, they're waiting for you, and Renee too. So as it's August, Anne's already given you that intro, so we're just gonna get into this. Get your flag, whatever it is. Let's just take you on Carnival, because it's our Carnival month.
I have my nutmeg.
Grenada are the best mass by far. Grenada are the best job in the whole wide world. Grenada are the best mass by far. Grenada are the best job in the whole wide world. Watch mass and watch my canal. Soca gone international. That's going around the globe. Soca not just for carnival. Watch mass and
I'm from Maryland originally, and this is just crazy. Seeing all the crazy costumes, all the fun. I'm just having an absolute blast.
Best carnival, endless bacchanal. Best carnival, endless bacchanal. In here, in here.
Welcome to the carnival, endless bacchanal. Best carnival, endless bacchanal. Best carnival, endless bacchanal.
I'm from New York, Vice Mass 29
2019, it's just been an explosion of culture with the nicest people in the world, the best music. Amazing. It's unforgettable.
I'm from Jersey. I love it. I love finally actually seeing the culture. This has been absolutely crazy. I hopped off a flight and ended up in Dubai.
So that was just a recap of our Spice Mass last year. And as you can see, it would be taking place next week. So we are all looking forward to 2021. And if you liked what you saw, then please do follow us on Spotify. We actually have a Spotify account. It's #Grenada Dreamin', where you will find music from the islands. They're ready and waiting for you. So thank you. It's Q&A time. I'll pass back to Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Miss Campbell, I am wanting to be there with you. You've just got everybody rocking and rolling. Thank you. That was amazing. Great presentation.
I was tempted to get up. I'd have been out of view and dance for you.
Hey, I'm going back to Grenada to Lyme with you. You're going to be such fun.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, it's amazing. Right, okay, we've got a couple of questions that have come in. We've had a lot of comments as well about there's no way you can't dance to this music, and it's true. It's got such an amazing vibe. Miss Campbell, first question for you. Do you have a favourite flower or plant?
Well, you can see it's orchids. Because I'm a florist, right? The orchids highlight my arrangement. Yeah, so I would say orchids, and they're very forgiving because I'm one of these rough gardeners. So the orchids, you can take any old little stem and it will make a miniature plant. So even if you've treated it badly, it will come back. It's not like little seedlings for vegetables. So orchids are my favorite flower because of the variety and the colors.
Perfect, thank you very much. Okay. Julia's just asked, she just said, I don't think I'm signed up for Grenada Rewards. It's really simple. It's www.puregrenadarewards.co.uk. So don't forget, in order to win the £100 Love to Shop voucher, you have to be signed up to puregrenadarewards.co.uk. So we'll expect to see a few little sign-ups today if you're not already signed up. We've got another question here. What is the peak season to visit Grenada? Lisa, Renee, do you want to answer that?
So I'll answer. We tend to say that Grenada is a year-round destination. Also, it also depends on your taste and what you like. For instance, if you like to party and so, you can definitely come in August, because August is the time, because we have our carnival in Grenada, the mainland, and we also have Caracou Regatta. So if you want to sail, you can go up to Caracou Regatta and then sail down to Grenada for carnival the next weekend. Or you can come at Christmas time where the place is festive, it smells of cocoa and spices, because we tend to cook our desserts and food with the cinnamon and clove and nutmeg. Or you can come in April for Easter. I know a lot of families have holiday time around Easter. It's great. The kids can learn to fly kites. But generally, it's a year-round destination. We do have the two seasons, rainy or dry, but we call it golden sunshine. So it would rain for 10 minutes and then the sun will come out again. So really and truly, it's just up to your client's desires and what they really want to do, if they want to party / rejuvenate and relax.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you very, very much. Gillian's just asked, if you don't have a car, is it easy to get around the island?
So it is easy to get around the island. We do suggest that when you come to the island, firstly, you take a taxi and you do an island tour so you kind of get a feel of the roads and how we drive. We do drive on the same side as in the UK, but once you get a feel for it with a taxi who knows the island very well, you can obviously rent a car. You can get it through Caribbean Horizons. A little plug in there for Ms. Campbell. And you could drive around by yourself. We're very friendly. The roads are not, we don't have signs, but you really and truly can get lost in Grenada. So it's pretty easy to get around Grenada.
I gotta put my hand up. I like to say all you have to do is drive on the left and keep going and you'll go around the island. The nice thing
That's
about
right.
Grenada is it's safe. So it's not a problem stopping and asking someone, which road shall I take when you come to one of the roads that may not have a sign. However, there is a local bus system and that in itself can be an experience. But I really think you should go for your first outing in Grenada with a certified guide, because the tourist board has spent hours and hours and hours with our staff training them. So don't just go in any old taxi, as nice as they are, right? Take one of the certified guides, do a tour, get all the knowledge that you need, and then you can discover Grenada on your own, either in a rental, as we've said, or you can decide to be adventurous and take the buses and meet the local people. So it's that safe. You don't have to worry, right? And everybody will be your host and hostess, from the school kids up.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Kathleen has just asked, have any of you ever met Kirani James? She saw him win at the 2012 Olympics.
Yes, we have, and he's a choreographer.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's amazing.
He's from the town of Guave on the west coast, and he's an extremely charming young man, and he's not a show-off. We describe him as humble, but I think he's a humble champion.
And he's very funny.
Yes, and Anne is not wrong about humble, because when he won that race in the London Olympics, he actually shook the hand of everybody he competed against before celebrating. How many athletes can we say does that?
That's right. True Grenadian spirit.
True Grenadian spirit.
Perfect. We've got another question. Suzanne's just asked that she's got customers traveling in November. Will everything be up and running by then?
We can only hope so. I'm sure that, as you have guessed it, with everything that's happening with COVID-19, it's kind of like when everything is ready. Yes, tourism itself is, but we need to put the health of the locals first. So when the Ministry of Health deem it safe for our locals, then we shall just rock and roll. So we can only hope. You know, things are changing daily, but we're definitely, as an island, we are prepared.
Perfect. Jenny has written, Deirdre, this is for you. Great presentation. Do you still have that excellent live band we saw about 4 years ago when on the GTB fam trip with the lovely Lisa?
She's talking about Jefferson.
Yeah, of course. And they're actually going to be here on Friday night.
So lucky. Perfect. Janice has just asked, can you pre-book visits prior to coming to Grenada in order to build the complete itinerary?
Yes, you can. We have a couple of tour operators that do that. So we all have websites, everybody, all my competitors and we have websites. So you can, like the hotels, so you can have a look at what we've got. You can also write and you can pre-book. And we will set up an itinerary for you, not a problem.
Perfect. Is there a specific time of year when the gardens are in the best bloom, or are they replenished year round? So this is for you, Miss Campbell.
No, the best time is from October to early February, all right, to get them as lush and as green and with a profuse lot of flowers. However, each season has its own benefit, because later in April, there are lots of orchids in bloom, into May, when we cut everything for Chelsea and Valentine's in February as well. But we do have a very dry spell, April, May, before the rains come in June. So that's when the garden is not at its best. But other than that, so really from October to early February is the best time to come, to get the most out of a garden tour.
Perfect. With regards to the bird watching, what is the most impressive bird that you've seen?
That's an easy one. Of course, it's a Grenada dove. It's our national bird. It's endemic, which means you only find it in Grenada, and it's endangered, which means there are not very many of them around. So we have got the National Reserve for birds that you can go to, We have quite a few experienced birders. We are members of Birds Caribbean. So you can do something called a Caribbean birding trail if you're really a keen birder, where you could go to more than one island to do bird watching. The advantage of coming to Grenada is that we also have some of the endemics of other islands. So you can see more than just our birds. And of course, we are a perfect stop for the migratory birds. So all the birds from North America, Canada, and as far as Alaska stop off in Grenada because we have mangroves as well as freshwater lakes on their way down to and from winter destinations in South America. So there's a lot to see. And the thing, because the island is so small, you can do a lot of birding in one day.
Perfect. Sorry, I was just moving because I've got noisy people in the garden. How far in advance would you recommend guests book if they wanted to attend the carnival for next year, because it's going to be the year to come to the carnival?
As
I think the Koyaba is the best one for that, because the rooms are going to get booked up.
Yes, Deidre, how far in advance? Or you just need to unmute, my love.
Yeah, they need to book now, because after 2019's carnival, we found that as soon as people returned home, they started booking already. So by October, November, we were nearly fully booked for August of 2020. So now is the time.
Perfect. So Janice, that's your question answered there. Get them booked now.
Don't forget to join one of the bands as well. Got to join the band, wear one of those sexy costumes.
Yes, and as you can see in the background of the presentation, you got to do jab jab. That's something unique to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique.
Bring your baby oil and some very old clothes that you put in the bin after.
Excellent. It looks exciting. We don't seem to have any more questions. Does anybody else have anything before we wrap everything up? Have a look. Sorry, there's been a lot of questions that have been firing away. Okay, no, we've just got lots of thank yous. Of course, you've got Lisa's contact details. If you ever need anything, you can contact her via the system. You can contact us that can, pass the details on to her. So don't forget, in order to win the £100, we're going to announce it tomorrow on My Booking Rewards Facebook. We'll do it at lunchtime. So the winner, as I say, you have to be signed up to puregrenadarewards.co.uk, and you must have been on the webinar till the end, which I think everybody is, because I can still see everybody there. So from my point of view, that's everything. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the amazing presentation. It's really, really been fun. Lisa, over to you.
Thank you. I just want to take this time again to thank our panelists, Deidre Sylvester from Koyaba Beach Resort. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Anne Campbell, it's been a pleasure. Your background just conveys gardens galore, and that's why we're glorious during our RH Chelsea Flower Show. And thank you to my co-host, last but not least, Renee Moses. It's a pleasure. And guys, always, we will follow up with you all, and we'll send you all the information you desire. Thank you. Webinars, gardens, look out for us next week. We're going to eat like a local. Bye.
Bye.